guys!
Hey there!
So we are going to be bringing you an awesome live stream today. But first we want to welcome folks who are new to the live stream. And for all of you who have been here before, and I recognize quite a number of the usernames there. Hi guys! Yeah. And today we're going to be talking about
PvP. And as we said in the sound test, everything that entails. So, you know, a lot of players we're seeing actually, folks already collecting. We're going to be doing a big battle royale at the end of the live stream. But before we do that, we're going to talk about what PvP entails in ArcheAge. And we've got lots of great things to cover.
It should be pretty cool.
Yeah. For those who are not familiar with ArcheAge, ArcheAge is a sandbox MMO currently in alpha, being developed by Excel Games in Korea and published by Trion. We currently, well, you guys can't see it yet because we haven't brought the screen up, but I'm looking at probably dozens, if not almost hundreds of our alpha testers. A lot of folks getting ready for this live stream actually in the game. And just, yeah, we're really excited to have you guys here.
So it should be super, super cool.
Yeah.
And we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about why, what's so important about PvP in ArcheAge and what's really cool about it. And one of the things is that ArcheAge really is a PvP game. There are PvE elements, and for myself, for example, I prefer to play PvE, and there's still a ton for me to do in ArcheAge. But there's always that risk of PvP. Somewhere, someone is going to, you know, just find me and kill me and take my trade pack, and that just adds this sort of really amazing layer of, oh my god, I gotta watch out, I gotta be careful, it's gonna be dangerous.
There are a lot of great stories also, like we've seen video, we've seen write-ups, we've seen people actually provide, you know, screenshots of their experiences, and it's great to hear these tales of just adventure and challenge in ArcheAge, trying to make those trade routes happen and also intercepting vessels on their way to Aurora. So it's great to watch.
It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And do we want to hop in game?
Yeah, I think we can do that. I'm seeing a few folks reporting that there's a small sync in the, desync in the audio and video. Hopefully that resolves. Otherwise, it could just be a small Twitch problem, but we will soldier on either way.
Indeed.
So, here we are in Halcyona.
Yes, we are.
As you can see, we've got the many, many folks we were telling you about. A little bit of a party going on.
Oh, there's the mount I was telling you about earlier.
Ooh, which one?
So the tiger back over there.
Oh yeah.
So they, if we can get a good look at that sort of really dark blue cat, is one of the rewards that you can get for doing PvP.
Hello.
No, not that one.
Not that one.
The dark blue one.
I missed the dark blue one.
He's awesome,
behind me,
dude.
How could I miss that?
How could you miss him? He's awesome.
Well, there were a lot of horses in the way.
There are.
And a farm cart. There he is.
All right. So that's one of the mounts that you can get for PvP. He is one of the coolest mounts in the game. He has some really sweet features. So he's one of the reasons that you would go ahead and PvP. If you wanted to. You don't have to, but if you don't want to, you'll do a fair amount of dodging, and you're going to have to be really, really careful. So if you don't want to PvP, or you want to at least try to dodge being killed a little bit too much, there are some interesting tactics that you can do as you are trying to get your trade packs from place to place, or you are going ahead and just trying to get around the world. Now, one of them is making sure you understand what zones you're going to be traveling in. In both continents, the zones that are sub-level 30, and you know that they're sub-level 30 zones because in the top right-hand corner, if you want to pull up your UI really quickly here.
There we go.
Without your inventory. There we go. Where it says peaceful period on Scapes' screen, you will actually see it saying either Nuian or Hiranya, depending on where you are, Alliance-controlled zone. So that tells you you're in a safe zone, and in those zones, you cannot attack your own faction, and the opposite faction cannot attack you. So if you're on Nuia and a Farron shows up, you can attack the Farron, but the Farron cannot attack you first. If you attack them, they do get to attack you back. So there is also that. And so you'll see those zones, and if you stay in those zones, that's nice and safe. If you want to adventure a little bit further, if you're higher in level and you want to go into some of the higher end zones, then you can keep an eye on what state the zones are in. If they're in a state of war, or if they're in a state of peace. So right now, Cinderstone Moor, for instance, is in disputed time, which means it's about to go into a state of war. Don't go there if you don't want to get killed.
Yes,
Just
that's good advice.
stay well away from that. But the zone that we're in, Halcyona, is currently in a state of peace. So while we have all of these wonderful folks gathering to get ready for a nice big battle at the end, unless you're a pirate, you can't be attacked. Pirates beware, you can be attacked.
Right.
Sorry guys, have fun. We have siege weapons and everything here? Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, folks are really bringing out all the big guns and the, again, farm carts as well.
Because you have to have the farm carts.
Have to, yeah.
I'm waiting for the boat.
I'm sure it's going to happen. Someone's probably found the nearest river and is already harpooning their way over here. And actually, for those who were wondering, when we pulled up that map earlier, helps if I have the UI on, there we are. So one of the things you'll notice is, like we're talking about the different danger levels, different threat levels. We actually have all 7 threat levels available, even though some folks may have only seen 1 or 2 of them, a couple of them at a time. But they actually go through peaceful, like we have right here in Halcyona at the moment, then unrest, crisis, danger, tension, dispute, and then finally war.
We have our cheat sheet because there's a lot of them.
Yes.
And trying to remember the exact order that they're in can be challenging. The good news is if you look at your map, as you can see Evan's doing here, it'll actually tell you which level it's at by number, so you don't have to remember everything. Also, the names are still subject to change. We may shuffle them around a little bit, so look at the number, not at the name, and that'll tell you how far you are from getting into war. Now, the peaceful zones are at 0, and then they go from 1 to unrest, 2, 3, 4, and then in war, which is 5. So the higher the number, the more likely you are to get killed, which is interesting if you want to do that.
And again, pirates beware, because peaceful does not mean for you, not for your kind. But
Yes, peaceful is only for the 2 base factions. Wow, that is a lot of chaos.
that is. So actually, we'll be definitely opening up to even more chaos in just a few.
A few minutes. I do want to point out some things about the peaceful zones really quickly.
Of course,
though.
yeah.
Or the peaceful and war zones. So we mentioned before, the peaceful zones means that no one can attack you, and you can attack no one except pirates. Unless you're a pirate, then everyone can attack you. But when the zone goes into war, at that point, you can actually get honor points from killing mobs in the zone, as well as from killing players of the other faction, or pirates, because pirates are always considered the other faction. Now, if you do kill folks that are from the other faction, you'll gain these honor points. You want to try to hang on to them, which means you don't want to die.
Right.
Because if a player kills you, you can lose honor points. And then you use the honor points to buy things like that really cool cat.
We'll showcase the cat real quickly again, if I can
He's over there.
find him. There we are.
As I'm pointing to his screen where nobody else can see where I'm pointing.
I'm just hoping none of these horses kick me. Keep walking behind them.
Yeah, you have to be careful of that. That is a pretty sweet cat. Are there any pirates in Alpha? Somebody asked really quickly. I think we actually have a few.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
I may have helped send a few of them to jail once or twice. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes. I want to make sure we don't actually miss anything. There is so much about PvP in this game. It is such a cool part of it.
Just quickly, let's actually adjust
Yeah,
the
sure.
game volume a bit down.
Oh, sorry, is the game a
No,
little loud?
a little bit, yes. The gray one there, and then just
This one,
pull
right?
that guy just down a little bit. Awesome.
How's that? Is
Cool.
that better, guys?
Hopefully it'll be a bit better. Just a little better. Cool.
All right, sweet.
Moving right along.
All right, so sorry, Twitch streaming noob here. Usually there's Cole over here hidden behind the camera, and today we don't have a Cole, so I'm trying to figure out how to use all the computer stuff, which is fun and exciting. Oh, you've taken to the glider.
Well, I figured I'd get a nice aerial shot. I'm just going to decline that raid invite.
Please
also.
don't raid Invitescape Explorer. He will decline it on a regular basis. So the other thing is to remember that when you're running around in
There we
PvP
go.
zones that are not in a state of war or peace, you can go ahead and kill each other. So you can kill anyone on the other faction or a pirate. And if you flag yourself with Bloodlust, you can kill folks on your own faction. So if you want to try it now, Control F. You can't kill anybody because we're in a zone of peace. But Control F will turn on your Bloodlust. If you're on the ocean, or you're in any of the PvP zones or in Aurora, and you're not in a zone that's in a state of peace, That means you can attack your own faction. Friendly fire is a thing.
Yep.
So just be very careful who you're inviting onto your boat or your farm cart. Because if they decide to, they can turn around and kill you.
And then I think just to showcase what Bloodlust looks like, I'm not going to attack anybody because we remember what happened last time. But you'll just see a little note up here at the top saying Bloodlust mode activated. And then ended because, again, we're not hurting anybody on this character. So, not again. Not like last time.
Careful, you'll get run over by a farm cart there.
Oof. Jeez.
It's a little crazy and dangerous and fun.
Cool.
So Bloodlust is really sort of a fun thing. It's something that you may want to consider when you are out and about on the ocean, especially if you're just on your own, that you may want to travel with Bloodlust on, because that enables you to react much more quickly. If you see someone who could maybe be attacking you, you have the option then of attacking them first if you choose. Keep in mind, if you attack your own faction, you do gain crime points. And you do that enough times, you will end up in jail. Do that enough times, you will end up being a pirate. And yeah, then you get to be killed by everybody.
Right. Benefit being, of course, that you can then attack anyone, but then you can't join in parties like this because you'll be attacked on sight.
Yes, you'll be nice and red, and everybody gets to kill you. We have all the horses running around without riders. I find that entertaining. I like the Yada, though.
Oh yeah, got a Yada down there.
Someone's in there with a Yada.
I like the horses on the farm carts too. That's a nice.
I don't want to know what those two horses are doing.
No,
I don't want to know.
I'm gonna look away from there. Looking away from there.
So a few more quick things to remember. Aurora and the open oceans are never in times of peace. They are always going to be in some state of war. So, in fact, if you go to Aurora, it says hostile zone. Anybody can attack anybody. So just be very aware of that when you're going into those areas. Travel in packs is highly recommended. If you're going anywhere on the open ocean, grab your friends.
Absolutely.
Do keep in mind that if you're on your own or if you want to sort of fly under the radar as it is, you may want to consider your actual mode of transportation. If you, for instance, if you take your rowboat through some of the shallower areas, I wouldn't go near the deep areas or the sea bugs could get you, then you may want to consider taking the rowboat instead of your sailboat because the rowboat is smaller and it doesn't have a big sail that says, hey, here I am. Likewise, if you are going on land and you're taking stuff from one place to another, you have a choice between, you can take a car, you can take a farm cart, you can take a donkey. And depending on what you want to do there, if you want more mobility, you take the donkey. If you want more speed, you take the car. And if you just want to take more stuff, you take the farm cart. And donkeys will swim. So yes, you can go through the sea in a donkey if you really want to be that insane.
We have definitely seen a couple of donkey boats. I don't advise it, much like how, again, choosing the rowboat is definitely an option if you want to keep a lower profile in the water, but you're going to be rowing for a good little while to get where you're going to. So it's definitely a decision of speed versus survival. Yeah,
and there are sea bugs in the ocean that don't really care what you're in. They will happily jump on your boat and kill you.
They like donkeys just fine.
Yes, someone mentioned that there is that challenge where some of the larger ships have radar and rowboats will show up on the radar. So it's not perfect, it's just harder to spot you without that radar. Should be pretty cool. You're being distracted. I know every now and again I'm like, oh, there's moving pictures.
I'm just trying to avoid getting run over, become a vehicle fatality here.
Yeah, that glider might be safer for you at the moment.
Fair enough. Let's take it to the sky once more.
Here we go. Again, wow, there are tons of people around here. This is so cool. I appreciate it. Oh, just one quick reminder. We are going to be doing a giveaway today for Alpha Keys. So if you brace for spam.
Oh boy.
If you want to be entered, please make sure that you say something. You only have to say one thing.
Just one thing.
Just one thing.
And this is only if Nightbot breaks again, because Nightbot's been a little bit unreliable. So on the off chance that he doesn't work, we'll use an alternate method. Hopefully he works just fine, and we don't have to use that method.
But yes.
A little bit of hanging.
Woohoo!
There we go.
Okay. I see people saying things in other languages too. That's kind of cool. There was a question there, and I totally missed it. Let me see if I can go ahead and grab it. You keep talking.
Sure. So I'm seeing a couple of actually really good questions. One is actually about, let's see, I'm seeing a pretty common question actually about piracy there. We've just identified.
That was my question.
That was the one you were going to pick? Oh,
Yep.
knock it out.
You can say it.
Oh, okay, great. So basically, the answer is that yes, piracy, being basically ejected from your faction is what results when you have committed too much crime. You're simply too much of a bother to have around. They're spending too much on, holding trials and keeping you in jail, and they've decided that you're just better off as going with a different group. And so you'll actually be ejected from your faction. As a result, you'll be able to access other areas that would not be available because of being part of one of the main NPC factions instead of being able to be part of the pirate faction. I did see another actually corollary question. I didn't actually know the answer to this one. If pirates have a different color associated with them
They're
other
red.
than red. I imagine that they're just red because
red.
they're another target for you.
Yeah, they're pretty much just another target. So you do go ahead and gain crime points, and if you have enough, you become a pirate. You can get rid of crime points. There are quests that you can do that will help you get rid of those crime points. So if you accidentally kill someone from your own faction, then you can go ahead and remove those crime points and hopefully avoid becoming a pirate.
Hopefully.
It's really, really hard to become a pirate, or it's really hard, well, it's hard to become one. You have to be really kind of mean, and it's also hard being one. Because really, the NPCs that you can interact with are on one tiny little island that every other pirate is also on. And there's not a lot of land there for you to put houses down or farms. So you can put houses and farms down on any of the 3 continents or any other island that you can find. But the NPCs will try to kill you. So there's this balancing act of where you put your farm and where you can go and actually shop. So it's a little bit of a challenge there if you want to become a pirate. And I had some other questions. And I'm trying to you guys are just flowing through. Someone asked what the danger levels are about. So the danger levels are a bit of a combination of time. Zones will naturally go through danger levels. We see that on our internal shards, that we have like 10 people on the servers sometimes. More if we have QA on there, but it's not a lot of people, and we're certainly not focused in any one zone. But you'll see the zones go through and go ahead and cycle through the different periods of unrest, and some will go to war as well. So some of it is just time, but there is also a level when you get to the higher levels. I'm trying to remember if it's when I'm in dispute or when I'm in tension, and I don't remember. I'd have to check. The more things you kill, the faster that zone cycles through. So there is a reason to go to zones that are towards the upper end of the unrest, because you can help push it into war. And when it's in war, you get extra honor points. You get honor points from killing mobs. And it's a big red flag for everybody to come and kill, which is kind of cool.
Good corollary question. Actually, we're seeing about getting back into the faction. There is a quest line, actually, that you can take as a pirate, which essentially is like community service, making good, making amends for the ills that you've caused your society. Complete enough of that and you will be readmitted into your faction, but I must warn you, it is a long and grueling process.
Somebody asked quickly, do you take damage from being run over? If you get attacked first and defend yourself, does that gain you crime points? So the crime points go to the person doing the attacking. So if you are defending yourself, you do not gain crime points, even if they're on your own faction. We're scrolling through, I'm scrolling through. So we actually originally thought to do this, somebody's talking about free to tile on free to tile, but I can't, because free to tile is open sea, we cannot make it a peaceful zone. So yeah, we didn't want everybody to kill each other before the battle royale, which would be cool. Yeah. Oh, somebody's asking about land for the castle. So we do know that the last couple of areas of Aurora cannot be claimed. That is due to a bug. That is not due to anybody turning anything off.
Yep.
We have brought it up to XL, and I don't have any guarantees on exactly when that's going to be fixed. So, sorry.
But we definitely have seen folks, taking their loot, taking their Archeum, trying to claim it. So we appreciate, again,
we appreciate it.
This is
it's
why
really
we
cool.
test. This is why we actually hold alphas, to make sure what is working, what's not, and how to get it ready for, ooh, that's a little odd. How to get it ready for when we
It
go
looks
to
like
full
someone's
launch.
trying to teleport you.
Looks like someone has either teleported or, oh, sure enough, I've been dropped elsewhere.
Do you need to be pulled back? No, you're
No.
still in the
That
area.
was odd.
Okay. Sorry, we got distracted. Okay, so player-made factions. Player-made factions are currently in. I believe they're in the Korean servers. They are a little bit broken in how they're balanced. And so XL Games is working on fixing that, and then we will get them when they are all nice and dandy. So we will not have them in for launch, but it's definitely something that we want to add in as soon as we can because they're really kind of cool. You keep talking while I scan for...
Absolutely, yeah. So as you'll see, we're actually getting folks from... even some folks from the opposing faction for this particular territory.
I saw some Leomorphs running around.
Sorry?
I saw some Leomorphs running around. That's a Haranya.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, I didn't. Yeah. You asked for a boat, and there's a boat in the distance over there, but
Of
I'm
course,
going to wait for them
there
to
we
arrive.
go.
But again, because this area is peaceful, then people will be able to rest here and not have to worry about their faction for the time being.
Yep. Somebody asked if you can make a guild with East and West servers people together. The answer is no, you cannot. You can create a guild on the East and a guild on the West, and then you can be in alliance with each other. But until the nations, the player-made factions go in, you cannot make a joint guild. Somebody asked me to talk about PvP balancing. So I want to bring that up really quickly. We have a number of changes that are coming to our alpha server, and they will be there before beta. And that's going to be with our, I think, 3.3 build. Don't quote me on that. The number might be slightly different. And that build is going to contain a number of changes, including some PvP balances that seem to be working out quite well in Korea. And we are hoping that they will also work out quite well here and make things a lot better.
Saw somebody asking about release date. For anyone who is not already aware, ArcheAge is coming at you in North America and Europe in 2014, later this year.
Absolutely.
We currently are aiming to do beta in June, for those who are also wondering about that.
Somebody was quickly asking when the changes that went to Korea in January will be applied to our servers. That is going to be the 3.x build when that gets to alpha, hopefully not in too much longer. And we are, part of the reason that it's taking a little while is that we are working with XL to make sure that there's some changes to that build that are for things that we want to have. So that we can go ahead and make sure that you can gain Gilda stars from something other than just doing dailies. That the balance of XP to trade skill to labor points is correct. So we've got some changes that are coming out that XL is putting in the build for us that will be in our 3.whatever build when it goes to alpha. And that will also be the build that we use for beta. Now please keep in mind these are our expectations. They are not 100% guaranteed that this will be the way it is when we go live. So please, 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 when that hits alpha, give us your feedback.
Absolutely.
And let us know, did we hit the mark? Is there some changes that need to be made? And then we will work with XL to understand which of those changes can be made and talk with you guys and let you know what can be done and what can't be done and what maybe can be done post-launch but not before launch and have that conversation.
It's a oldie but a goodie. Someone asking about beta duration, and the answer is that it won't just be on weekends. They're going to be 3 to 5 day events. Yep. They'll be occurring during the week, over the weekend, just the weekend. All both to be announced and to be determined, but it will be more than just 3 day events.
Oh yes, we will make sure that there is at least one, if not more, events during the week so that the folks who work on weekends still get time to play.
We have you in mind, no worries.
And there will be an open beta prior to Head Start. We will be wiping the servers after the open beta, and those will be the same servers we start Head Start on. So whatever progress you have during beta, I hope you have a lot of fun playing it, but we will be wiping it so you don't get to keep that progress for launch. Something else that came up in the meeting today, which was ironically about betas, is that if you've purchased a Founders Pack, you will get those credits to spend in alpha and beta once we have the store live. And then we will give you back those credits when we go live. So if you've bought a Founders Pack, spend to your heart's content on alpha and beta. And don't worry about not getting those credits for live. We'll make sure you have everything that you need for live.
And actually, it'll be really important for us to, for you to help us test the store as well.
Yes,
make sure that that's all working as intended. So please do.
Yeah.
So I think we actually already addressed the Guildastar question. I'm just seeing a repeat here.
Yes. So the current system that is in ArcheAge. So the build that we have on Alpha is closer to, I think it was December in Korea. We are getting a much more updated build with the 3.x build. And those, so that's got the Guildastar changes in it. So when we're talking about the changes, we've actually skipped the version here because the version that we've skipped is the version that had Guildastars only available by dailies. And that, I don't really want to grind dailies. I don't think anybody else does.
Oh,
so.
From the feedback we've gotten in the forums, no.
Yeah, so we talked with XL, and they understood what we were asking for, and so they made this change. Again, nothing is 100% final, so if it's absolutely horrific, we can go back and talk to XL again.
And this is where we're definitely going to want that feedback from you guys, both during this alpha, during our betas, because that's what gives us insight into what your experiences are, and that's important to us.
Somebody really asked quickly, movement is WASD. You can also use the mouse. It is completely up to you which one you use.
It's a valid question.
It is a valid question.
Yep.
I've played too much Neverwinter, so I use both.
Well, to be fair, with me doing camera stuff, yeah, I'm sort of doing combination as well.
Yeah, well, right hand's camera, left hand's movement. Totally depends on how you want to do it. Crafting gear does look different from other crafting gear. Sorry, I don't quite understand that question. So the crafting gear looks different from any other crafting gear in the game. The cloth crafted, leather crafted, each tier looks the same. But there is no difference in person A's crafted gear from person B's crafted gear. There is an ability for you to take the appearance of an item and apply it to another item. So you can take, excuse me, for instance, I caught this really, really cute hat at early levels that I've saved because I love it. And when the store comes in and we can get the items to do this, I'm going to take my current statted hat, that's actually a crafted hat, and give it the appearance of the really cute hat. So by that, I can go ahead and change what I look like. So I'm still wearing the crafted gear stats, but I'm not actually looking like I'm wearing crafted gear. There's also no limit on those from looking like plate or cloth. So you can go ahead and take a piece of plate armor and make it look like cloth, or vice versa. And one of our alpha players is a mage, runs in 100% cloth armor, looks like he's in 100% plate. That was earlier when we were testing the fusion, and we will be making that available to you guys when the store goes live in not too much longer.
Yeah. Vecula, that's actually a really good question. So the answer about us being able to make changes to ArcheAge, essentially we're working with XL Games. We're partners in making sure that ArcheAge is the best sandbox MMO it can be for the North American audience. So we'll be working with them on, again, the changes coming to Alpha and beyond. So it's not so much one company making one decision independently. It's joint. It's together.
But I do want to point out that the development of the game is completely done by XL Games. So we talk with them when we discuss what we want to do, come to an agreement on what's going to be done, and then XL Games actually does the work. We do not have the ability to change the actual game code ourselves because we don't own it. Now, the text itself is something that we have more control over. We still work with XL Games to make sure that we understand what all of the text is, because if you just get a spreadsheet of text, you don't always know what it's all about. And but we are changing that text. So if there are text changes, those we can do. And it is 3:30 according to my clock.
Already.
I know, already. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to switch this zone to war. I hope everybody is ready.
So again, anyone who's remembers from the beginning of this fine lesson, this peaceful just went to disputed. That means we're about to actually switch it up a bit. I'm going to try to see if I can get to the air so I can get a nice little panoramic shot.
All right, here we go. 3,
turn this camera around.
1, go for it.
So, a little bit of lagginess. We're going to turn this
you've got
around.
100-odd characters.
Yeah,
on
it's
your
understandable.
All right.
There we go.
So we're going to go ahead and answer some more questions while we enjoy the mass chaos that is happening on the screen here.
So, ask away.
All right. Somebody had a question about trade packs. When you drop them down, people are going to buy and ninja the packs. Yes. If you put the pack down, somebody else can pick it up. That is unfortunately a side effect. I highly recommend a guard.
Yes. Again, partying with your friends, going and doing trade runs as part of a group, it's really not just advised, it's the way to guarantee that you're actually going to get there.
Yep. Somebody asked about a way to get store money, so that'll be credits, with in-game money. And yes, you will be able to. We have been working with Excel to generate, to build an item that we haven't named yet, so I can't give it a name. But basically, it's going to be an item that you can, so that people can buy from the store, from the money store, and sell it in-game on the auction house, on trades, trade it for favors or services from other folks. All clean, please. And so yes, so you can use your in-game money and resources to go ahead and get credits, and then you can take those credits and buy things on the store with them. So if you think, if you're familiar with Rex in Rift, it's very similar to that. Somebody asked about being able to buy subscriptions with credits. We are working on finalizing that. That is our goal. I'm not willing to 100% guarantee it yet, but that is our goal. We do not have any plans to wipe alpha. No. I say plans again because it is alpha and stuff can happen that is unexpected that may cause us to, but we're not planning to do it. All of the items in the Founders Packs are permanent, so as long as you don't delete them, you can continue to use them.
It's also important to note that the Founders Pack items actually are going to be granted during, I believe we're aiming for either beta or head start to grant those out.
They will definitely be in by open beta.
Right.
And we're trying to get them in sooner. I'm not 100% certain on exactly when they're going to get in. Mm-hmm. And folks typing in other languages, I'm sorry, I only read English. A little bit of French, but not very much.
But yeah, that should definitely address the question for the folks who joined Alpha and wondering, where's my glider?
It's coming. It is entirely likely that we'll be sort of, you'll get one thing and then you'll get another thing, and depending on as they roll into the game. XL Games has actually been making these items specially for us, so they are unique to us, at least for now. So as they get rolled into the builds, we will be sharing them with you.
As you can see, we're definitely already seeing some good carnage. There are a few scorch marks from spells. And again, thanks for tolerating. This computer definitely was probably not quite ready for this massive battle, but we're making do.
I will also remind folks that I would love to do a ship version of this later on.
Yeah.
So build your ships and get your stuff. It's awesome. Someone's asked if being a pirate has any benefits. You get to be a pirate. It's kind of neat. There is some specific land, and you do get to kill anyone you want. But you can also be killed by anyone. So there are downsides to it.
Seems that their target has...
Are they targeting you
yet?
yet?
I'm getting pretty good targeted over here.
There you go.
Definitely. We knew it was going to happen.
We did. Let's see. So quickly on the fusion stuff I had mentioned earlier, if you take a look of an item and you apply it to another item, and then you get a replacement gear, so now you've got a better piece of gear, you can take the look of that item and apply it to the new item as well. So if you really love the look that you have at level 10, you can keep looking like that throughout level 50, and then later when we add more levels as well. So it's kind of neat. You get to keep that look through whatever you like. What level do we get the Founder's Glider, and does it have skills? You get it at open beta and launch, and yes, it does have skills on it, and it matches one of the other gliders in the game, and I'm trying to remember which one, and I don't right now. So once we have all of that, we will make sure and communicate it out to you guys. We're still finalizing the details.
Quick question about gamepad and controller support. So not natively, but we definitely have heard of folks using third-party solutions and mapping it themselves.
Yep.
So.
Just a reminder, this game does not have macros. If you use a third-party tool to gain macros, that is against the EULA, and that is using third-party tools, and you run a risk of getting caught and in trouble.
So don't do it.
So don't do it. If you are multi-boxing, I know we have some folks. I know folks in here were chatting about people using multiple computers to play ArcheAge. Please make sure that your hands are on the keyboards for all of those. Otherwise, it's bad. Let's see.
What other good ones do you have here?
I know, I'm looking for all the good ones. Folks are asking about what's going to be on the store. We've got some gliders, some costumes. We've got a couple of different ways to obtain things that you can get in the game. It's giving you an alternative way to obtain those items. We are going to have things like, appearance change items, so you can change your look if you don't like how you look anymore. There will be items like that. We will have items for fusion, so you can change the appearance of your armor, as well as items so that you can upload your own images into the game for your sales or your t-shirts or whatever you would like.
I think we mentioned before to the fellow asking about it, so alpha will not be wiped when beta goes. We'll bring alpha down, though, so that we can focus on all the population on beta and make sure that we're really testing those servers out.
Beta will be on a different server, so you'll be starting over fresh. So everyone in the beta will be preferably on the same level. But once beta's over, you can come back to alpha and continue playing your higher level characters. I saw a quick question here on minimum level to pick up a trade pack. That's 15. So don't put down a trade pack if you're less than 15. If it's on your own land, it's fine. But you just can't pick up anybody else's. And I'm running through. The flying mounts like the Griffin that work as gliders as well, we're actually taking a look at those. One of the big things for us is that we don't want to sell anything on the store that is better than what you can get in game if it provides power. So, just looks are different. If something just looks a little bit different, but it has all of the same stats as what's in the game, that's fine. But again, we want to make sure that you guys really get the best in the game by earning it. You either craft it, you kill the Kraken for the glider that Evan was running around on earlier.
That I keep trying to deploy, but keep getting shot down on.
You need to be not in combat to deploy the glider. So we really want to make sure that we're not selling items that give that effect. And those mounts are a little bit on the edge of that, and so we're taking a look at them with Excel to see what can be done, whether it's put them in the game so there's an in-game way to get them, or tone them down a little bit so you still get the really cool factor, but it's not overpowering. It's not overpowered, so that other folks can still catch you if they're trying to chase you.
I just have to comment, this one's peaceful countryside, now war-torn, bodies strewn all over.
No, it's not peaceful anymore.
Me unable to take beautiful panoramic shots. It's all right, though.
Somebody asked about the English subtitles and voiceovers for the cinematics. Those are coming with the next build. They're actually quite cool.
Yeah.
So they're coming. They're with the 3.x build. Let's see. I'm looking quickly for questions. You keep fighting and trying not to die.
All right, I'll try not to die more.
You can talk if you want. That's totally fine.
I can talk about trying not to die.
Folks are asking a number of questions on the patron status. We're still working out the final details with that, including the price. And once we have all of that finalized, we will let you guys know what it is. We are not planning on selling patron before the game goes live. So it may be a little while because we also need to make sure that we have the in-game store organized and that we understand what's going to be on that, as well as making sure that we're all ready for Head Start. How long can a solo player survive? How long can you dodge?
Yeah. Well, actually, how well can you play?
And how well can you play?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mentioned before, I'm not a huge PvP player in that I don't go out for PvP. I do enjoy it occasionally, and in fact, some of my best memories of, for instance, Star Wars Galaxies are PvP events where I was invited to join a group and they were amazing, and if you ever catch me over beers and ask me about it, I will be happy to talk your ear off. But it was it was very cool. And so in ArcheAge, we have a lot of the same things. If you want to, you just have to be careful and watch where you're going and watch how you're getting there. And you can avoid most of the danger, not all of it. There is always that little chance of somebody coming up to you, pretty much anywhere except the safe zones, and attacking you, or throwing chains around you like they're doing to Escape Explorer right now.
Non-stop, yeah.
Non-stop. So I personally love it because I like the fact that there's always this little chance that I've got that it sort of adds this level of adrenaline to the game that's really cool. But like when I'm doing my trade runs, I'm watching very carefully which zones are in peacetime, where am I going to take my boat, do I just want to skirt along the coast so I'm still in the safe zone so nobody can attack me. There is a portion that you have to go into PvP land. There's no question about it. So yeah, so it's really, I like it. I think it's a lot of fun, and I'm not a big PvPer. We have a lot of folks that are really big PvPers and also love the game from a different aspect, usually trying to hunt me. But it kind of adds this really cool level of adrenaline, really, to playing the game. It's a lot of fun.
And again, the way to think about it is, like, if you're a single player, if you're looking to make that intercontinental trade run because you need those Guild of Stars, that's understandable. But the thing is, you also have to think about it from potential pirates, potential players who may want what you have. And basically, as long as you plan that out, if you're seeing, you know, from point A to point B, it's the shortest way, it's the easiest way, someone's probably already thought about, you know, man, there's a lot of guys coming through here with trade packs or with honor points that I can get. Think around that, plan around that. If it's, you know, adds another couple of areas to, or regions to your route, but you get there safer, could be worthwhile. So as long as you're thinking intelligently about what will the other players be doing, and what will they be expecting, then you definitely increase your chances.
And bring a friend.
And bring a friend, yeah.
Always bring a friend. Just remember, one versus many, one is not going to win.
No.
So dodge.
Yeah. What you're seeing here, not standard.
No, this is not normal in any way. We've been advertising on the server for a couple hours now about this, so this is definitely new. Someone's asking again about the land in Aurora. Again, the zones that are currently unclaimed cannot be claimed. That is just a bug. We are going to talk to XL. Well, we're talking to XL to get that fixed, but we have no ETA on what's going on there. So hopefully we'll get those fixed, but there's no guarantees. Well, we'll get them fixed. It's just when.
Yeah. So Hawkwing actually is asking about gliders. Hawkwing, I actually suggest checking out our glider live stream in which we talk about all the different skills and abilities that the gliders have. Yes, they do have abilities. They are all different, and they're all pretty fantastic. That's
very true.
Yep.
Actually, yeah, you did talk about, like, you showed off a lot of the glider effects and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you? That was pretty cool.
Those are good times.
And so can your house be destroyed in any other way besides castle sieges? If you put it inside a castle, the guild leader who owns the castle can destroy your house. Other than that, no. Or unless you pay your taxes.
Yeah, if you fail to pay your taxes.
Unless you fail to pay your taxes. Quick question on beta dates. Closed beta is currently targeted for June. Open beta is later. When we have that finalized, we will be happy to share that with you. Let's see. Quick questions, repeated questions. I'm actually a little bit behind, so I'm going to roll and try to catch up.
A little bit behind.
Okay, I'm a lot behind because you guys talk a lot, which is kind of cool. And we are actually getting really close to our end time.
Oh, man. All right, down to the bottom.
All right, now we're closer to the end. Alpha, like we said, Alpha is not going to be actually running when we have beta events, but the server itself will still be there. We'll bring the servers down so that your crops won't grow, your taxes won't accrue, and then when we bring the servers back up again at the end of beta, you'll be able to go ahead and log in and continue where you left off at the beginning of beta. We do hope that all of the Alpha players will join us on beta. You will all get invites to help us and teach the new folks that are going to be coming onto the shards how to play the game.
Let's see. The question actually about EU service for beta, short answer is yes.
Yes. We have servers in in our data center in Europe, and we will make sure that we have some of those available for every beta event. And of course, moving forward from that, there is currently no plans for a beta, for an alpha EU server, but we will have beta EU servers, and of course, we will have live servers. Someone asked, can you retreat to a nearby house during these huge skirmishes? If the house is yours or you have permission to use it, yes, you can. Go inside the house, shut the doors, shut all the windows, and just stay there. You'll be fine.
Actually, it reminds me of one of my favorite stories from just this week alone. Was someone was, I think, escaping PvP, and they portaled over to their hearth inside their house.
Yeah.
Jumps through their portal. Their assailant follows them through.
Yeah, there is that danger.
And but the thing was, they then ran out the house and locked all the windows, locked all the doors.
Nice.
And
so
so
they locked
you
them
see
inside.
these, you see these little
Very
word
well
bubbles
done.
like popping out. It's like, please let me out. I'll be nice. I hate you so much. And it's like, no, you just you're chilling here. I'm just gonna go get some food.
Yes, that is a very good point,
Pretty
though.
fun.
If you're using portals, whether to another zone or to your own house, to escape from PvP, other people can jump through that portal after you. The portals do hang around for a little while, and anyone can jump through them.
Now you're thinking with portals.
So, yeah, you know, I'm not even that big of a fan of that. So, again, you know, a lot of this game is about really sort of thinking through what you're going to be doing, realizing that the main opponent in the game is not the mobs that are in the world, but they are the other players. So, that's what makes it cool, in my opinion. But really, you've got to think it through. They're going to be just as, you know, creative as you are. They're going to be just as cautious, and some of them just as, you know, not cautious as other people are. And they're just going to go ahead and go for it. So you just want to be careful where you're going. Or if you just want a PvP, that's not too hard either.
So for the one fellow who's asking about name reservation, we currently don't have plans to provide name reservation, but during the Head Starts will be a great opportunity to lock down the names that you're interested in.
Absolutely.
Yep. And also just one thing to note actually about this fine montage of me getting my butt kicked nonstop. That's actually a siege tank off in the distance that's firing mortars at me, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
well done.
Somebody brought that out to play as well.
Yes. Folks are asking questions about barbershop. Yes, we will have a barbershop. When the store goes live, that will also be in there.
Yes.
We've already answered about EU servers. Yes, we have EU servers.
80-20 split
credits.
for trade packs. I think we're aiming for beta for that?
Yes, that is aiming for beta.
So for the person asking about when trade packs will split between 80 and 20 for the person turning it in, the person who made it, we're going to have that build introduced during beta.
Okay. Someone was asking about the credits on the Founders Packs, and I just wanted to really quickly highlight the items in the Founders Packs. The credits are account-based, so whatever character you're on, you're all pulling from the same pool. And also keep in mind for credits on Alpha and Beta both pull from the same pool of credits, so if you spend them on Alpha, you don't have them for Beta, vice versa. But then also all of the other items in the Founders Packs, so the glider, trying to remember everything that's in the Founders Packs. There's a lot of stuff in there.
There's the costume,
consumables,
some Daru troves.
The troves are different. So
Troves
the
are
costumes, the
different.
consumables, and the glider,
Yep.
you get on every character that you make. But the Daru troves and the items to upload your own image, you're going to get a limited number per account, so that you get 6 Daru troves. You can claim them on whatever character, and the items within them are going to be tradable, so you can trade them to your own characters if you want. And what will happen with the newer players who go head-to-head with the more experienced players? It depends on how many of them there are.
True. That's a good point.
If the way that the balance works in ArcheAge, and it's one of the things I really kind of like, is that because you're level 50, you have better gear, but it doesn't mean that you're so overpowered that you can never die. If a group of level 30s decide to gang up on a level 50, they can probably win, if they're smart. So newer players will have to learn how to play the game, but assuming that they know how to play the game, or just know how to play MMOs sort of really in general, they have a fighting chance if there are enough of them. The best gear is mostly crafted, and the only reason I say mostly is because there are a couple of items that are drops that are the best in slot. But it is either crafted or dropped for best in slot. Ooh, we keep going. We keep going. There's so many questions.
Man.
All right, I think though that we might be at time here for.
We can see if Nightbot's going to play nice.
Let's see if Nightbot's going to play nice.
All right.
All right, let me put the right window up here.
There we go.
All right, so if Nightbot isn't playing nice, we're going to still go ahead and give away 3 alpha keys, but we're going to do it the old-fashioned way, and we will get back to you tomorrow. See if Nightbot's playing. That's right?
Yep.
All right.
So, looks like
Nightbot is.
he pulled one.
He pulled one.
Totally
all right.
saw it. Cool.
And I missed it, and I'm going to have to go back and get it. We're going to do another one.
Nightbot got a second. Yep, we have a second window. Again, it's
Yay!
going by so quickly I couldn't even see it, but we'll go back and get it. Don't worry about that.
And the last one.
For number 3. Sure enough, Automarsh.
All right.
I think I pronounced that correctly. Awesome. Well, congratulations, guys. And for those who didn't definitely check out the live.
Wait. Automarsh doesn't count. He doesn't follow our channel.
Oh. No, he doesn't follow.
He doesn't follow the channel.
Nightbot. You're only supposed to pull people who follow this channel.
All right, so we're gonna do another one. Sorry, Automarsh. You should follow. Then you'll get another option.
So just
actually do it in the right window. That
there
really
we
helps.
go. Yep.
All right, let's try for another one.
Looks like another. Actually, that one also didn't follow the channel from what I saw. Yep, there, the red up above.
Oh, did it go? Where'd it go? He hit it. You guys talk a lot. It's cool. Nope. Now I'm having to scroll through lots and lots of channels. Nope, somebody else doesn't follow the channel. Quick, follow the channel before I do the next one.
Please, because that's how you're going to have a chance to win. Oh, looks like they're done beating me up. That's awesome.
Woohoo!
Is that all my blood?
All right, here we go. One more.
It is.
It probably is all of your blood.
I think all my bloods.
Yay! All right, Supernova. Some numbers.
Yay.
Supernova 1572. Awesome. Thank you all very much. This has been a fantastic live stream.
Yeah.
I very much appreciated seeing Scapes get beat up and not me. It's kind of fun.
I think they enjoyed it too.
Oh, good.
Just got a sense of that, yeah.
Good. I hope you guys had a fun time.
Yeah. And again, if you haven't checked out our previous Exploring ArcheAge live streams, you can actually see them all on our YouTube channel. So you can get fully versed on ArcheAge. And then if you require more, just check out on Twitch, because there's almost always a whole bunch of people live streaming anyway.
Yeah, which is all pretty cool.
Yep.
So thank you all very much. This was a great live stream. And, if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask them in the forums. They are forums.archeagegame.com. And
We'll see
you
there.
there. Bye.
Take care, you guys.